This is my second video featuring Gary 7 MIDI patch change to Simmons SDS7 kit change converter. On my first video, I demonstrated Gary 7 using this development board, and there's these 8 LEDs here which correspond to the 8 wires inside the cable that connects the Simmons kit selector pad to the SDS7, and everything worked out fantastically. This time round we have an SDS7 connected to Gary 7, so let's see if everything works. If you saw my last video, you'll note that one feature built into Gary 7 was that, apart from obviously remembering the last MIDI channel it was set to before it was switched off, Gary 7 also remembers what I refer to as the last command. The last command is basically the last button press or MIDI patch change that was received before Gary 7 was switched off. So in theory, when I switch on the SDS7, I then switch on the switch on Gary 7. 5 seconds later, Gary 7 will send out a kit change to the SDS7. So let's see if that happens. Let's switch on the SDS7. Oh, don't you love that flickering display? Of course, SDS7 defaults to kit 1. Now let's switch on Gary 7. And 5 seconds later, oh yeah, kit 7 selected. Fantastic. So switch over to my MIDI patch commander, which exclusively sends out MIDI patch change on pre-selected MIDI channels. So now let's send out, I don't know, patch change 15, patch change 16, patch change 17. Hey, of course that's not going to work. Why? Because the SDS7 selector, kit selector pad, only had 16 zones. If you want to assign different SDS7 kits to different MIDI program changes, then you can do so using the jigsaw function built into the SDS7 Colamundo. So now I'm going to change the MIDI channel on Gary 7. I think it was on 3, but I might be wrong, but whatever, we'll change it to 8. The power channel button flashes, confirming MIDI channel change. I'll now send out MIDI program change, I don't know, 4. Of course it's not going to work because the patch commander is still set to MIDI channel 3 or whatever it was. So let's change the MIDI channel on the patch commander to 8. Now let's try again. We'll send, I don't know, say patch change 7, and there we go. Patch change 3, patch change 15, patch change 11. Excellent, everything works fantastically. I'm going to do one more patch change. Let's try 5. Okay, remember 5 because we're going to switch everything off now. So I'm going to switch off the SDS7, I'm going to switch off Gary 7, and I'm going to switch off my patch commander. Now we'll switch the SDS7 on again. We'll switch on Gary 7 again. We'll go back to the SDS7. And there's the number that you remembered. Gary 7 has sent out kit change 5 to the SDS7, and the SDS7 has responded. So that's basically it. That's Gary 7. I'm currently designing the PCBs for the production version. I've ordered what I think is rather attractive enclosure, and hey, let's see what happens, guys.